Hi, I'm Dawn Mello, and I'm the Customer Service Manager for CraftCuts.com. I'm often consulted for home decorating ideas, and I want to show you how to stencil a namegram on a textured wall using our plastic stencils. I'm going to paint a monogram initial on a wall and accent it with the last name and anniversary date. These plastic stencils are made of thin mylar, a popular material for stencils because it is durable and pliable. Here I have some acrylic craft paint in black, barn red, some masking tape, spray adhesive, an optional clip-on level, a foam roller, stencil brush, water, some paper towel, and a paper plate. Today I'm going to show you how to apply the stencils using both the masking tape and spray adhesive. I'm going to start with the large monogram initial and then stencil the family name on top of it. To finish the project, I will stencil the anniversary date below the monogram initial. To keep the lettering straight, I'm putting a clip-on level on the bottom of the stencil and a couple pieces of masking tape on the top corners. Now I'm going to apply my stencil to the wall. Once I have the bubble centered, I'm going to secure the top of the stencil to the wall. Since the letter is kind of large, I'm going to paint it with the foam roller. You can also use a stencil brush. Evenly roll the foam into the paint until it is completely coated, and then remove the excess paint by rolling it on the paper towel. Use a minimal amount of paint on the stencil. I'm rolling the paint onto the stencil with little pressure, building the paint on the surface. Now that the paint is almost dry, I will remove the stencil. Now that the initial is completely dry, I'm going to paint the family name centered over it using a stencil brush. Again, I tape the stencil on the wall with a clip-on level. I dip the stencil brush in the paint and dab the excess paint on a paper towel. Now I'm going to apply a thin coat of paint using the stipple method, which is like tapping the brush on the surface. This method reduces brush marks and puts pressure on the stencil to reduce paint bleed. Now that the paint is almost dry, I can remove the stencil. To finish the design with an anniversary date, I'm going to show you how to stencil using a spray adhesive. First, I'm going to clip on the level and hold it up to the wall to mark where the corners of the stencil should line up. I've laid down a good amount of newspaper to protect my table from the spray adhesive. Shake the spray adhesive vigorously for about 30 seconds. Make sure you are in a well-ventilated area or outdoors when spraying the adhesive. Apply a light coat of adhesive to the back of the stencil. Line up the corners of the stencil to your pencil marks and press the stencil onto the surface. Again, I'm going to get a small amount of paint on my brush, dab it on the paper towel, and then build the paint on the surface with a stippling motion. The paint is almost dry, so I will remove the stencil. The spray adhesive didn't leave any residue, and I can clean my stencil with warm soapy water or a light application of paint thinner. It was pretty easy to paint a family namegram on a wall using custom-made plastic stencils, and now I have them to personalize other surfaces as well. Please call us if you have any questions. I'm Dawn Mello for craftcuts.com, and thanks for watching.